If you haven't already done so, we'd please ask you to turn off your cell phones. And keep in mind, these meetings are televised. And when you approach the podium, please let us know your name and the business you represent. And there's, on the table beside the podium, you can lay out your plans, and the overhead camera will pick them up. So, number 2 on our agenda tonight is the Pledge of Allegiance. So if we could all stand, and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all.
Okay, thank you. All right, first on our agenda tonight, the fellow's actually running a few minutes late, so we're going to jump over number 1, and we'll go right to number 2 on the agenda, which is DRB 2013-48. It's the application of So Rob at 503 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for a wall sign, and this is at the Eel Village. Hello there.
Hi.
Hiya.
Robert Nickpour.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you all.
Okay. So the previous tenant, I believe, was maybe the Village Dance Shop? Was that in there prior?
I think it was a dance shop.
Yeah, I think
have
it
no
was
idea
too.
who
It's
those-
next to Sure Barry in the Spread Eagle Village.
Yes,
On that
that's
strip
exactly
there,
what it
yeah.
is. Yes,
Okay, great. All right, so you'd like to put up a sign, correct?
correct.
Okay. Why don't you kind of walk us through what you had in mind?
Well, basically, it's a routed, I'm just reading, it's a routed and painted, high density, I forgot the U, but that's what, pardon me?
Urethane?
Yes. And it's 2 inches deep, it's 34 inches wide, 72 inches long. And I think David Friedenberg, who is a proprietor of Signs by Tomorrow, has provided you with what's there now and what it will be there in pictures. I'm basically taking the ground floor of a 2-story building. That's basically it.
Okay.
And this one thing that I don't think he has given you a copy, but basically it's called flush mount sign panel. I don't know if you have that, but I have it here. And he told me to have 6 copies so I can distribute it if you want it.
Does it just indicate that the fasteners are hidden?
Correct, that's basically it, just like that.
Although, you know what, we'll just note that on his description here, it says bolted to wall, so.
Would you like me to give you this copy?
Yeah, that'd
too?
be great, thank
Okay.
you. Our ordinance basically says that the fasteners have to be hidden.
Thank you.
That's, we can
So,
share one.
We'll just make sure of that, because like I say, on its description here on the sign, it says bolted to wall, which means,
Right. Oh, I see.
okay, so.
Yeah. And basically, as far as the letters are in white, and the background is color navy blue, which is Pantone color navy 289C. I don't know if you have a color copy over there, but
Do you have any idea how the letter size themselves?
no, I don't have any idea about that, but I'm sure he can provide you with that.
I'd say the S, if that's 34 inches, probably about 18 inches.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
R-
the letter S is basically supposed to symbolize
The
sort of
R.
like a hook of a needle,
Okay,
without it looking like a needle.
okay.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about So Rob?
Well, sort of, I basically started it about 13 years ago. I started as a tailoring thing. I left UPS and I started it out of a garage in Ardmore. And I just approached tailoring on a different way that it was done. We sort of pride ourselves to finishing it up just as the way it came in, without necessarily cutting away fabrics and things like that. So it doesn't look like a hack job. It looks
Okay.
like, if you look at it and say it to me, it's like, wait, it looks like nothing is done, then that's a compliment.
Okay.
So that's the way we
So it's
approach
going to be custom clothing? Is that
we
the idea?
do, well, we're going to launch women's shirts, and then I am gearing toward learning more about classical British style shirt making for men, and then we'll launch that along the side of that one. And tailoring will be there to basically support my gamble.
Yeah, good.
Sounds great.
Good luck,
thanks.
right? Okay.
Where in Lancaster Avenue is this? Where is it, Bob?
Spread Eagle Village.
Spread Eagle.
Or
Oh,
Eagle
it's-
Village.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Right as you turn right into the property on the right-hand side.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right, so your sign looks good. Again, we'll note that the fasteners have to be hidden.
Yes.
So we can't see any bolts.
Yes.
Right through the sign.
Yes.
Your street address,
It's, I
Hopefully.
believe is, Eagle Village is.
okay, well, hopefully it's on the door somewhere. And you may want to
Well-
talk to the property manager because they're trying to, I think,
Yes, so
coordinate
a
all
lot of
the.
the shops over there don't even have the shop number.
Yeah.
I mean, we are putting 940 on ours.
Okay.
because
Oh, good.
My experience is where I am in Wynwood, none of the stores have a number.
Right.
And the mail gets all
Okay.
messed up, so we will
Okay.
be putting number
Yeah.
on the
But-
bottom of the
But check
bill.
with her. You might have a uniform size or, style
Yes,
that
I will
they're
talk
using,
to
so.
Donna. Yes, sir.
Okay. And I was by the property, the old sign's down, doesn't look like there's any repairs needed to be done on the existing wall, so I think that's already been taken care of.
I don't have any problem with it.
Yeah, height from grade, it's about a little less than 14
There's no way that's
feet.
showing 72 inches.
Yeah, so
What's that, Brian?
It's probably a 3-foot door.
That's 72 inches, 6 feet.
Basically, what we are doing is covering over, the stucco that they have.
Right.
It's brown, and you can distinctly tell the old one is completely visible, so I'm trying to cover
Oh, I
the
thought it
old
looked
one.
pretty good. I went by on Sunday, maybe they painted it. I really didn't see any
Oh, really?
outline or anything, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when I looked, like I
Yeah,
said, I took a
because-
look and,
I think that's what they had done before, so
Okay.
we stuck with that, whatever
no,
they
it looks,
had.
it looks pretty good.
Okay,
So
thank you.
maybe they did touch it up, so.
Yeah.
Boy, guy.
Okay. And just to let you know, you're actually allowed to put some signage in your window, but only up to actually, because this is zoned C2, you're allowed up to 20% of your window space. So if you want to
Yeah.
put a sign in there or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We just we're gonna put a dress form,
Sure.
yeah.
I guess as a minor question, it looks to be about a 3-foot door, 3-foot wide door. But it says the sign is 72 inches, which is,
Do you have this
6 feet.
picture? This one in your
I do.
grouping?
It just looks like the sign that's superimposed on the photograph looks like it's maybe a little bit smaller than what it's actually going to be. It's a pretty big sign.
Yeah, 72 inches is not, I think,
It's 6 feet.
6 feet.
and that's a 3-foot, max 3-foot door, a 30-inch door. So I think the sign, well, it's fine, you know.
Yeah, it just, is
See,
it well
because I-
represented, is
It's a
that
little
what
out
you're
of,
saying?
it's a little out of proportion, but
Okay.
it's something, it's fine the way it is.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the size is still going to meet code, so he's in good shape. So, all right. Lisa, any comments,
I
questions?
think it looks great.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Tony, Brian, you guys all right with it?
No problem.
No, I like it.
Okay. Tony, you want to make a motion on that?
Sure.
Thanks.
In the matter of DRB 2013-48, So Rob, approved as submitted.
Do we hear a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any other questions for us, sir?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. All in favor then?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Great.
Unanimous.
Thanks a lot. When do you
Thank
plan on opening?
Thank you.
When do you plan on opening up?
Hopefully August 1st or August 15th.
Okay.
Yes.
Coming up soon.
Thank you.
I
All right.
heard the custom shirt business is really taking off. Is that, I mean, I would think.
I'm
that's a-
ready to compete
This is
with
a great
anybody.
market for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, good luck.
Thanks. All right, looks like our first applicant is here, and that is DRB 2013-45, which is a continuation from last month. The application of Paula's at 128 North Wayne Avenue in Wayne, Zone Wayne Business Overlay District for one wall sign.
Okay.
Hi, John.
Evening.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you, and yourself?
Great.
What do you have in the tube, John?
Excuse me?
What do you have in the tube?
Well, not a big surprise. I wish I had something more exciting than last time with my Lincoln log set. But this is, hopefully this will fill in the gap. Madame Paola expresses her regrets at being unable to attend. She was called off to Italy for a wedding with one of her nieces, and she's one of the few family members on that side with her daughter going to the wedding.
That's
So I'm
understandable.
here
That's
solo.
exciting.
She did the right thing.
You have the overlay that goes on the original drawing. Yeah, and that just sets right on top of to scale on the original drawing.
Okay, so last month, the portico was approved, and we're just trying to fine tune the signage at this point, the wall sign. Okay, great.
And the letters are now 15 inches instead of 14. They've been widened and thickened up, so they went from about 5.5 feet up to about 7 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 feet. It increased it by about a foot and a few inches. The pizza peel is now 20 inches in width. I did a full-size drawing of that, and I did not have the time to make copies for y'all. Would you like me to?
That's fine.
This is the logo that she will use on her stationary business cards, and this will be wood burn, and it's been simplified, eliminating the colors and a few other things, and that will be wood burned onto the pizza peel, and that's actual size. I had to do a template anyway, so I thought I'd try and get it here for the meeting.
I think that scale looks great, the scale of the way you,
Well,
Did-
you were,
right?
y'all's suggestions were well put. The inch on the sign wasn't a big increase, but it allows it to be a little more prominent on Paola's signature, and that's actually her signature that we embellished for the sign. She wanted to use she grew up cooking on a stove like that in Italy without electricity, melting snow in the winter with her grandmother and her mother, and she wanted to bring that sort of flavor to her restaurant. I mean, going there, as some of you all know, is about as home cooking as you can get and better than many. So the signage is increased. The pizza peel has gone from 14 to 20 inches. And the fork we have is optional. That would be if it worked compositionally with the rest of it. But Paula likes the idea of, here's a pizza peel, here's a fork, cucina italiana, cuisine of Italy, come in and eat, as all of you are familiar with Italian cooking. And she asked me to ask 2 questions. The aluminum as you have that picture, we had talked about covering that aluminum either with paint or a wood casing, a thin wood veneer wraparound, hiding all of the aluminum, because that would look nice with the brick and the handwork of the sign and the portico and such.
John, where is that exactly? Where do you want to cover?
You should have that second picture, but you see the aluminum door frame.
out of the door frame, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. The aluminum around here, we would either like to paint with an outdoor paint or cover it in a wood casing. If
That would look
it would
nice.
look nice to hide, the aluminum would then look, more modern and such. And the second question she asked was, we had put some brown wood up against the brick and some black wrought iron. And the brown tended to look orange, and the black is a really nice stark contrast against the brick. So would the option of either going with the nutty brown or a satin wrought iron black be acceptable?
I was going to say that I thought that the painting would probably be a better idea, because the wood seems like a good idea, but in practice, it would be real difficult to do that and do it well. And I think I personally think the black would look terrific.
We were going to paint it with the dark nutty brown. All the wood was going to be painted, but Paula looked at it, we looked at it the other day and put black against the brick and brown against the brick, and the brown didn't stand out nice and starkly. And clearly, so she asked me to make that request.
I think the wrought iron would be really pretty. it's a classic look.
I'm not
and
going to
ties
make
in
it
with
out
the
of wrought
lettering,
iron,
too.
maybe another time.
Well, but
Yeah, I know.
that's
Wood
right.
to it. Some metal.
Okay, good. We don't have a problem with that then. Okay.
But if the week-
And I think the fork as part of the signage helps the scale of it all. I think it,
Wi-
and it also, I think, ties in with
There's so
the
much
cuisine that she's
brick,
cooking.
bare brick there, that it would feel, and the rest of the street looks so nice, and then suddenly you come up there and it's,
No, I think it's great.
I think I used the word bland in one of the writings or one of the attachments and such. And that just fits over the original drawing.
No, I think you did a really nice job.
Bob, are we there?
I just have a couple of questions. You talked about possibly putting gooseneck up, gooseneck lighting. Did you
It
decide
would be
anything?
similar to the ones right across the street at the Out There Outfitters. Just a sconce, a gooseneck, and a lamp. Just one over Paula's and one over the Pizza Peel.
You're definitely going to do it then?
Yes.
You are? Okay. Good.
And
Billy,
we have an electrician licensed in
Okay.
Radnor Township.
Bill,
to
would
do
it be
that.
okay if John just brings back a cut for the files? You didn't have it with you, do you, John? What that lamp's going to look like? Do you have a picture of it with you?
No, but I could
Yeah.
draw one really quickly.
Well, I mean, you could probably,
No, I think we'd rather see the actual
well,
fixture than.
I think, you know, if we've approved it in town,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
all we need to do is have
We
John
could
just
get you
submit
to
it to
take
the
a
township.
photo
Just to
of
put it
the
in the
one across
files.
the street.
Yeah.
Which is a green lamp. There's
Okay.
a few of them on the street that have been used. Comes out about a foot, comes up, goosenecks down, and just a little.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I-
Yeah, that's
I-
fine. That's
I
fine.
mean,
Just
no-
do
Very
that.
standard.
No
Just do
problem with
that.
that, Bill?
On,
Just,
on the application, he did have lighting plan included.
Okay.
Although we didn't have a cut sheet for the particular lamp. But
Right.
if the board's comfortable and he provides that for our records, I think that should be fine.
yeah, just for the files, John, if you could provide a copy of that for the
Say again?
files? If you could provide a copy of what the lamp's going to look like for the township files?
I could have Paula or Michael take a photo of the one across the street.
Sure,
and-
that's all right.
and-
Would that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
And either, however you text
That
mail
would be
it.
fine, yeah. And as a matter of fact, Peg just found in the description of, it does have a gooseneck lamp denoted in some of the
Right,
verbiage. that we had
exactly. Just want to make sure they
previously.
were going to do it, and you are going to do it, so. Yeah, if you can just get a copy, you know, photograph or whatever.
Picture description, so-
Just-
okay.
Just for the files.
So I could, at the least, have Paula take a
Yeah.
cell phone picture and send it to you and to Bill.
Just send it to Bill,
Okay.
for the township records, that's all.
I'll get
Yeah.
the email from him.
Okay. All right, we're okay with the sign. I think last month we said you can go up to 15 inches, which he is. We said you can go up to 20 inches on the peel, which he is, so I think we're okay there. I don't know, any other questions, comments? Looks good. Lisa, you're all right with it?
Looks
John,
great.
any more questions for us?
I hope I've covered the bases.
I think you have, yeah.
Reasonably well. Maybe a stand-up triple, you know, maybe not a,
No, I think you hit the home run.
Walk-off home run,
Yeah, I
but-
think you hit
Great.
it.
you know, we'll have
All
to
right.
talk to Charlie Manuel about that
No, you did a good job.
after the
Thanks.
Braves.
Thanks. All right, Lisa, you want to try this one here?
Sure.
Thank you, Lisa.
In the matter of DRB-2013-45 for Paula's, I move that we approve the revised signage as presented tonight, and that we also approve the suggestion of surrounding the door with a wrought iron type of,
It would probably be, it's
Iron.
either going to be an exterior paint or a thin wooden casing around
okay,
it.
with a black color
Black,
versus.
yeah, it would be black.
Okay.
Yeah, just simple.
Okay, so a simple casing around the door, black in color. And the applicant will also submit for the file pictures of lighting that's been approved
Yes.
already from the township.
Okay, for your second?
Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thanks, John.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you all for your time and consideration.
You bet, John.
And I
Thank
know
you.
Paula will be excited to get the message in Italy. Now
Okay.
she'll want it all done when she comes back.
Great, great.
Do what I can. Thank you all
All
so
right,
much.
thanks, John. All right, next we have DRB 2013-49, the application of Radwyn Apartments at 275 Bryn Mawr Avenue in Bryn Mawr for 3 ground signs and 128 wall signs. And hopefully we don't have to go through 128 wall signs, but
128 wall signs.
how you doing tonight?
Good, how are you guys?
Doing well.
My name's Steve Glickman with Spencer Industries. I'm representing Kaiserman Management Company.
Okay.
This is the second phase of the project. We were in before you about 3 months ago, and you were kind enough to approve our initial phase. This is actually taking the rest of the project and really bringing it up to a more modern look. So what we're starting with is for visitors coming into the complex, it's very difficult to know where you're going. So what we are planning on doing is putting in 3 campus maps, and we are color coding all the buildings at this point. So each building will have its own color associated with it to make it easy to differentiate what building is where and how you get to them. So the 2 large maps that we're planning on putting in are going to be, as you pull in, there's that center island. If you look at the site plan, one will be on the right-hand fork, one will be on the left-hand fork, so that either way that you go, you'll be able to tell how to get to the buildings. The smaller map will be next to the leasing office sign, and that's more just for people coming in to get a better handle when they're going to figure out where they're going to be living. So those are those 3 signs. Does anybody have any questions about those 3? Why don't we start there?
How about just type of materials you're going to use on that?
It's aluminum signs. They're post and panel signs, very similar to what we put in before.
Okay.
The graphics will be digital prints of the logo and the site plan.
Okay. Is there any illumination on those?
No illumination
Okay,
at all.
all right. But I think I saw they're reflective type materials, so,
Not on these signs.
okay, okay,
When we get to the
Okay.
other signs.
okay.
Well,
The other 128, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so how do these guys look?
I feel,
Yeah, I think it's a good
yeah,
idea.
it's a nice look.
Brian,
Yeah, I
Tony,
think
you all right with
that's
that?
good.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Okay, the next, did you have a question?
Has that pool always been there?
Yes,
Good.
as far as I know.
Now I know where I can go on weekends, right?
I'll talk to the management for you. The second set of signs are the building identification signs. These signs are going to be 24 inches square. They're going to be in aluminum, as I mentioned. They're going to be color-coded to the specific building. Each sign will have the Radwyn logo on it, the building number, and as you can see, that building, or the building letter, and as you can see, that letter is 14 inches high. That will be a reflective letter with an outline. And the reflective
Actually,
material was
I'm sorry,
requested.
Steve, can you, just so the camera can get, there you go, thank you.
The reflective material was requested by the fire marshal, and we don't have a problem with that at
Right.
all. It makes it easier for them when they come in. If they shine a flashlight, it will reflect back.
And Bill, you might just want to comment about that. Bill's our fire official here for Radnor Township.
Yeah, myself and Chief Dan Kincaid of Bryn Mawr Fire Company met with Steve down at the property several weeks ago before the actual submission for their submission to the board. And Dan made several suggestions, and Steve was more than willing to do everything that Dan asked. So he asked that the signage be a certain height and that we maintain certain signage on certain buildings. We actually reduced some of the signage on several buildings because it was repetitive. So, but it was mainly for once the emergency vehicles enter, either police, our ambulance from Radnor, or the fire company from Bryn Mawr, a response to the site that they have an easy way to find the building. So,
Great,
and it was a very, very good meeting. So they were very helpful.
good.
I will say that at present, there are 40 of these signs on these buildings, which is overkill. We are knocking that back to 22.
Okay,
Oh, good.
And we are also increasing the size. The existing ones, the largest ones that exist are 18 by 18, so we're bumping them up considerably just to make them more visible. And we're also going to place them in places that actually the fire department or anybody can see them, as opposed to where they are now, which are hidden in a lot of instances.
great.
The reason why we are also able to cut down on the number of building identification signs is because of each apartment building has several entrances, and you get to specific apartments going into those specific entrances. That's the next set of signs, the building identification. That's where the bulk of the 126 come in. Those signs right now are 12 by 18, 12 by 9, and they are tiny, and you can't read them. These signs, this is a full-size rendition with reflective building letter, and everything else will not be reflective because that's really a material for fire department access. But even with these next to every door, and every door is widely visible, it's going to be very clear what building you're coming into.
Good.
So again, these are the same type of sign as the building identification. They're aluminum signs, painted background, vinyl graphics, and Scotch-Light graphics. And all the wall-mounted signs will be mounted with concealed pins,
Great,
with concealed studs.
good. Okay,
And if you go into, you see in the packet are all the different buildings shown with the colors indicated, and also all the building entrance signs are shown in color and listing all the different ones that are going to be required.
no, it looks good. Yeah. I think that color coordinated is a good idea for, units at large and all, just, yeah, it should help out. So, all right.
Any other questions?
Yeah, any questions on the board? Brian?
No, I think it's a good idea. Yeah, it looks
Please,
good.
you all right?
I'm good. That's
Okay.
good.
All right. Any other questions for us?
No.
No? Brian, you want to take this motion? Thanks.
In the matter of DRB 2013-49 Radwyn Apartments, I move that we accept the submission, approve the submission as submitted.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Thanks.
So I guess you're all done now. 2
Yeah,
phases?
now I just have to make,
Okay, all right. We won't be seeing you for a while then, huh?
That's a nice look.
Yeah,
well, thank you. Hopefully it will lead to more work in the township of this type.
great, great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, last on the agenda tonight is DRB 2013-50, the application of Polaris Nail and Spa at 536 West Lancaster Avenue in Sttafford, Zone C2, for one wall sign. Hello, sir. How are you?
Good evening. I'm so
Hiya.
nervous.
No.
What are you nervous
I haven't
about?
done this before.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, my name is Joseph Kim, and I'm running a design firm in Philadelphia. And one of my clients is Polaris Nail. They asked me design their sign, and so I did. And also, actually, construction is done by someone else. Yeah,
Okay.
I have a vendor. They said their name is what was that? U.S. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
No,
Don't worry about it. So you designed this?
I designed this, and I, try to get everything done right. As you see, it's pretty common channel letter, and this is made by a Gemini company, which is nationwide. The sign company, they make all kinds of acrylic signs.
Okay.
And,
So this is, one large building, and you already have the cleaners on one side.
yes, sir.
You want to try to duplicate what the cleaners done?
Yes.
On the Polaris side?
Because that way, the building looks, pretty much even. And
Right.
look nice. Yeah. Actually, my customer asked me, they want to put like some kind of box sign, but I said, no, that's not good because it doesn't fit in.
Right.
So I suggest them get a, channel letter, same
Okay.
as cleaners. So make it building looks nicer, and I
Yeah.
suggest them all
The
the
one,
way it should be. So township looks, township
right.
says.
The one problem we have
Yeah.
is that it really should say
Mhm.
Polaris Nail and Spa. Not that it's advertising a procedure or a product or
Oh.
whatever.
Okay.
It should really be the name of the business. And it'd be, you know, almost like a restaurant,
Right.
and they put up meatball sandwiches, you know, instead of, you know,
Yes.
whatever, the name of the restaurant.
Okay.
So we kind of have a problem with that.
Mhm.
You know,
Was there a reason they didn't, why they?
Because they have a Polaris Nail sign already on the windows, like a neon sign, and it's not a new shop. It's existing, you know, business, and my customer took over probably a month ago or something, 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's trying to like advertising this laser hair remover. It's pretty new technology for nail salon.
right.
So instead of put Polaris Nail, they want to put this new service.
I think normally what Bob's saying, normally what
With the
we're
shop
used to
name.
seeing is it would say, the name of the shop would be Polaris Nail Salon, where you have this, and then in the window,
So
there would be the laser hair or
Okay.
something smaller that would advertise.
yeah, if you
something.
permit,
Well, Lisa, look at the cleaners next to it. It has the, in small, like a small logo, it has the name of the cleaners.
Right.
And then cleaners. So, you know, it's a cleaners, but I know it says Acme or whatever it is. Maybe a little sign that says Polaris and then laser hair removal.
Well, I think that's probably manageable.
so
I almost like Lisa's idea. I'd rather, and I don't know what kind of business she's going to run, and maybe she's changing the type of business, but I'd almost rather see it say Polaris Nail and Spa up top, and then put something in the window with the laser hair removal.
laser,
So,
okay.
I mean, is she changing the concept of the business a little bit, or is she?
Yeah, she's trying to focus on this hair remover because there is a many nail salon around here.
Right, I know there's
So
a lot.
she wanna,
Yeah.
she
I
wanna-
thought everybody was trying to grow hair these days. If I watch television, it's all about baldness
Yeah.
and 100 people trying to give you everything that they can sell you to grow hair on your head, and now you're trying to take it away.
Yes, maybe for ladies. I'm not sure.
Who knows? Well,
So,
I mean, what do you guys feel? I mean, if they wrote like Polaris, laser
I-
hair removal?
I think you need the name of the business up there
Yeah.
yeah, I can
somehow.
suggest her, those cleaners, they have a little over sign
Yeah.
next to
Right.
those
Right.
letter. I suggest her put that over sign, which is Polaris. Yeah, they have their own logo.
What were when you said over, you mean on the top?
No,
Oh.
on the
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
front of the laser.
okay.
And then maybe bring it,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I can make another like over sign.
I got you. Oval.
And then maybe
Oval.
reduce the letters a little bit, the size of the laser hair removal.
Yeah.
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 That's
Um,
going,
that's what-
the cleaners right now have 16-inch letters, and they're showing 18 on their plan, so they're going to have to conform to no more than 16, maybe
Oh.
even smaller, because it's pretty long laser hair removal, so. I'm going to throw this out at you.
Yes.
I would almost say if you could come back next month with a new plan
Yeah.
and show us smaller letters, show us the oval, tighten everything up.
Yeah.
I mean, is she in a big hurry to get this done or not?
Yeah. She's been waiting for like 2 months already. So,
Could you wait another month?
well,
I mean, what do you guys
yeah,
feel?
you know,
That's kind of my idea. I'd like to see it, you know, in person and,
I understand why she wants laser hair
Yeah,
up there if she's, you know,
Right.
taking her business in a different direction.
Yes.
But I think you need the business name up there.
yeah.
okay.
Along with it.
So, but still we can use laser hair remover.
I think I mean,
But-
just like someone would say, whatever nails and
Yeah.
whatever, I think if that's really where she's taking her business, then it makes sense for you to have that up there.
Yeah.
But I think you still need the business name.
Okay. Then I will do besides all this sign and make sure there is a Polaris Nail. The
I
right
think
front
it's
of
actually
the-
good for her, too, to have the business name.
Yeah,
I don't know, Lisa, I mean,
but I
I
don't,
think is it okay, just Polaris laser hair removal? You don't have to be Polaris Nail. and-
No,
yeah,
I think it's just
you're right,
Polaris.
Polaris, right, the
Right.
name of the
Polaris.
business.
And then if she wanted to still keep the nail, she
Yes.
could do something in the window with that.
Yeah, okay.
And then with the 16-inch letters, does he still need to come back, or?
I'd have them come back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
Yeah, because we want to see, maybe you won't use the oval, maybe you'll use something different. Maybe you want to make it just a little different than what the cleaner's got. Maybe
make it
play
a little
around with a
different?
couple different ways to do Polaris,
Oh, okay, all right, sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, are we okay with the channel letters on a raceway? I mean, that's kind of what the cleaners has, we're all
I
right?
think it looks good.
Yep.
Okay, so that's not a problem.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and the white coloring will match the cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And one other thing you can mention to, I don't know, it's either going to be your property owner or,
Kinda scary.
is it one property owner that owns that whole building, do you know?
Yeah, the property owner is actually the cleaner, yeah, he's running. the
Okay, well,
cleaner business, so-
mention to him
Yeah,
that his ground sign by the road, the panel's broken, and he needs to fix that. It's got a big hole in it,
oh, okay.
so, yeah, that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, that bring me more business, sir.
They'll bring, yeah.
Okay,
All right,
that's
make
good.
sure
Thank
you
you.
tell him that, and maybe he
Yeah.
can even get it fixed by the next
Uh,
meeting.
If I have to change the face, it still needs a proof, I mean.
Well, if you're going to change a
zoning
face, you're going to have to come back with a new,
Come back with a
but
new
if you're just
layout?
going to replace it exactly like it is,
Then I
you
don't
won't
need
have to come back.
I see.
It's just, it looks like somebody threw a rock through it or whatever.
Right,
I don't know,
okay.
but there's a pretty good-sized hole in it, so, yeah, it needs to be fixed.
All right,
All right?
okay, sir.
Okay, so is that, everybody
So-
agreeable to that then? We'll have the applicant come back?
So
Okay.
the next month means
Well,
August 10th, or?
you, okay, you
I
have
will
to,
submit probably within 2 weeks.
okay, you have to submit your plans by July 24th.
Oh, July 24th?
The plans have to be in the Township building by the
Okay.
close of the day, July 24th.
Okay.
And our meeting is on August 14th.
Oh, okay,
Okay, so you have about, 2 weeks to work on those plans?
yeah, okay,
And then Peggy or Bill will take those from you,
All right.
and
Thank you
we'll
so
get you on
much.
the agenda for August.
okay,
Okay?
all right. Thank
Okay,
you
so
very
it-
much.
Do you want to make a motion on that, Lisa?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
In the matter of DRB-2013-50, I move that or what we're suggesting that the applicant come back to us next month with a revised design that would include the name of the business at the beginning of the signage, and then redesign the laser hair removal after the name of the business with appropriate sizing.
Okay. All right, here a second.
Second.
Okay.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
you're okay with that, sir?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank
thank you
you.
very
Thank you.
much. And Bill, you're okay with that from the Township end?
Yes, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, great. All right, before we leave, any new business for our board? Just a reminder, August 14th is our next meeting. Does anybody have a conflict, vacation conflict?
I
then?
don't believe so.
I have a conflict.
Okay, so Lisa won't be here. Okay, so I'll be here. Brian, you should be here. And you may not be here, so, well, Peggy will send out the email, and I'm not sure if Cindy can make it or not, so. Okay, all right, so we should be okay. All right, any old business to discuss? Okay, any public participation? Doesn't look like it tonight, does it? Okay, and adjournment? So moved.
Second,
Okay, all right, thank you, everybody.
thank you.